and 5. You ready?
Yep.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome. Access to Democracy returns. Hi, I'm Alan Miller, one of the producers of Access to Democracy. We started it 20 years ago, and when I say we, it's my wife Sharon and I. It's sort of grown from one interview into whatever it is today, which is 2,000 interviews later.
My name is Mary Dahlke, and I've been the director for 14 years.
Basically, I'm the webmaster for Access to Democracy. But I started, I think, about eight, maybe even 9 years ago, and it's been an interesting fun.
I usually do the graphics. I'm called a graphic designer. I think it's been about 2 years since I started doing that.
I love doing audio, mostly because I get to interact with the guests just a little bit more than I normally would if I were just standing behind the camera.
What started us off, an interview was set up by a local legislator whose name was Tim Pawlenty, and the person who was going to interview him backed out at the last minute, and they asked me if I would do it. And based on the very poor critique, I was determined to get better, and I'm still determining to get better. Here we are, 20 years later. Who would have thunk it?
I would have never dreamed on day one that I would have been here longer than maybe a month. Honestly, it feels like my first day was just yesterday because I love it so much. But it's because of the people, because there's a really great group of people.
Without the volunteers, the show would be nothing. I'm just a pretty face that sits in front of the camera.
They keep telling me how important I am and that they couldn't do the show without me. So then how do you not come back in 2 weeks?
Everyone in that group has seemed to have been kind of family. Everyone clicks, everyone gets together really good. I think that's probably why the shows are having the success that they're having.
This is an opportunity for people to watch, to learn something, to enjoy. All those things are to me the great benefits.
To me, the most rewarding, kind of the funnest, was during the time that we had a lot of college kids come through here. You know, teaching them how to do graphics, how to do audio, you know, how to run a camera, even how to direct. So that's been the most rewarding for me, is to teach people how to do things.
Yeah, a lot of times it's like things that I don't understand, meaning, oh, it's time to learn a new skill.
Each time I come in, I learn something new, and each time I come in, I love it even more.
The whole point of democracy, it's not that democracy is in Capitol Hill or in Washington, D.C. The real democracy is in the municipalities and the commission and the county and the city. This is really what affects people's lives on a very, very, very immediate basis, and that's what democracy is all about.
I think it's great for all kinds of different voices to have a way to be heard.
Giving people a little bit more insight into their friends, their neighbors, their professionals, their legislators, where it's not just 10-second sound bites or 30-second sound bites, but where they really have a chance to develop and get at least some information and some knowledge about that particular person. It's been a great pleasure. Sometimes it's been a pain. We've been through broken bones, we've been through operations, we've been through all sorts of trauma, but I hope that it perpetuates and continues on, especially now that it has grown as it has.